Here is Garden Journal for June 5th and the status of the things growing in the garden. These hardy lilies are blooming very good. It's been so dry here. I've been watering quite a bit and fertilizing some of it. I just planted some sweet pea seeds there this morning. And some moonflower seeds right here. And I went through this flower bed here, completely redid it. I planted some moss roses there, and I cut down the bee balm here because it was just too tall. I don't know if it'll come back next year or not. These poppies are going dormant for the year, and this hibiscus here has started growing, and it'll be blooming here pretty soon. These hardy lilies here are blooming. Here is primrose that's blooming. I think that's Onythera. Sometimes called evening primrose. There's a horrible vine in there. This is a new plant that I planted, alyssum. Here's some moss roses. Here's a new plant. I think it's called the ice plant. Maybe that's lamparus, I'm not sure. And some petunias. Here's the petunias I planted. These are wave petunias. They're supposed to grow a lot, I think. Take up the whole area. And this is just about done. Here's a whole bunch of moss roses. I'm hoping that they reseed themselves. And this here is in a tray the size of just a regular plant tray, and you just take it out and you plant the whole thing as one unit. And so that's what I did. So this seed bed here, or flower bed, is going to be covered mostly with thick-leaved sedums and thick-leaved plants like that, like moss roses, things that take full sun. So I took out all of those daylilies that were right here. I might continue next year to take out the stuff, the high stuff in the front, and either move it to the back or move it somewhere else. And the honeysuckle has been blooming. And at first I didn't smell it at all, and now it's got the smelling really good, and you can just, the minute you come out the front door, you can smell it. These peonies are about done, so I'm going to cut them down. Oh, this rose here, Mr. Lincoln, smells really good. Maybe it'll be able to do better with these peonies gone and the daylilies gone. So I might cut those down. The daylilies is getting ready to bloom. And I think the loose strife here is about done blooming. Still some. And the torch lily here, red hot pokers. Nymphophobia. I can't say the name. It's Knipphoi or something. It's named after its founder. It's a native of South Africa. These regal lilies will be blooming pretty soon. So will these daylilies. This here is penstemon. There's more of it down here. This is a weedy thing, and I'm going to take it out and plant something else down there. I think I need to cross the border here. I need something low growing. Maybe some ground cover phlox would be good to have all along here. And these cornflowers I moved out here, Centuriae. And I just moved them here this spring. They're doing really good. And hollyhocks I moved out with them are doing really good. Down in there. I'm thinking this stackies, or bunny rabbit's ears, lamb's ears, lamb's ears would be good out front. I used to have this years ago, and I don't know, I think it eventually died off, but here, now it's coming back, and I don't know how it came back since I didn't plant it here. I don't know how that works, but I think it'd be cool along the driveway there as a low front border. The contrast between the light green leaves and darker green plants would be good. I've been watering quite a bit, and some of the times with the Miracle Grow fertilizer. And the Solomon seal, I kind of like that plant. That peony's done. I just planted this too last time we were out plant shopping. This is says pincushion flower. Huh. This is a variegated dogwood over here. This here is a junk bush I need to get rid of. It's a bush honeysuckle. I've cut it down several times. I need to dig it up. Read that too. These plants here that I planted are doing okay, despite the fact that it's so dry and hot and sunny. It's so dry right now. It's not been that long since I watered this, and yet look at it. The geraniums are taking it better than the begonias over here. They're not doing so well. We'll have raspberries here pretty soon. A lot of roses. A lot of roses. Don't smell much. These are all seeds I planted. All through there. They're starting to come up. I've been busy keeping the morning glories out of there. These are all zinnias I planted right through here. And haven't put the hose away because I've been watering so much. And here's blueberries I planted this year. Here's a morning glory coming up. Pulled out about 1 billion of those. If you ever plant morning glories, remember they're going to reseed like crazy. There's another one. And here's the strawberries I planted this year. I don't know if you remember that or not. They're doing pretty good. I've been watering them quite a bit too, though. And these here are cosmos that volunteered from last year. They were growing here, and I haven't had time to dig them up, and now it's so hot that I'm not going to. Weeds growing in there with the strawberries. And here's some more flowers that I just planted in here. There's the California poppies are coming up. I think that's what those are. And here's our tomato plant. These marigolds, I think they were dried out. Even though I've been watering, they're really not doing very well. The tomato plant's doing great. The pepper plant. Seeds aren't up yet. This here, some morning glory. Start covered. Here's another one. Another one. This here looks like it's a row of peppers. That's a row of peppers. These are hot peppers. That's sweet peppers. And a row of tomatoes. These are cucumbers. Here's one right here coming up. And then back here, I planted sunflowers, and they're coming up. There's one right there. I've been watering them quite a bit. And these flowers aren't up yet. Just this morning I planted a bunch of marigold and zinnia seeds in there that were flowers. I cut off the flower heads last fall. And here I planted some milkweeds from a milkweed pod that was gathered off of a plant last year. So I think that's everything. I always keep this trash can sitting out here because when I'm working in the garden, I find like little bits of glass or plastic or anything like that. I throw it away. And I keep that handy so I can. Well, okay, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you next time.